closer to home, which has an international feel to it. Eastwood Community Football Club is teaming up with top-flight Portuguese team Benfica in a technical agreement thought to be the first of its kind in Western Europe. Darren Claypole is the chairman, and he joins me now on the line. Good morning, Darryl.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm not bad for a Tuesday. How are you?
Oh, yeah, much the same.
This is great news. So let's start at the beginning. I mean, how did it happen? How excited are you first?
Well, we're extremely excited as a football club and also as a community, because it is truly a world first. We were approached by Benfica the Benfica Eagles in Lisbon, one of the world's greatest football clubs. And their approach is regarding a technical partnership. They were looking for a partner in Western Europe, i.e. the UK, so that they could organise a collaboration. So a collaboration for us, it represents an opportunity for our community club, because we've got the support and we've got the expertise of two of their top coaches who are going to come and work and live within the community. So this isn't just something that they're going to send the coaches across every now and again. They're sending these two coaches across to work with our young people. So from our 7-year-olds all the way through to our academy.
Wow.
They're going to be able to take our club to new heights. And it's also the Benfica methodology, which is about character development, nurturing well-rounded individuals. So it aligns perfectly with our vision for our players, because we believe as a club in instilling those values: discipline, education, mental resilience, social responsibility. So it's that whole club philosophy that we're trying to develop. So it's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, and it is a world's first, because Benfica have these technical partnerships in India, in Asia, in America, in South America, but never in the mature market. So it's the mature market of the UK or France or Spain or Italy or Germany. So this is a first. The guys from Benfica came across, and they've been across twice. They've been across to interview us, and we've actually been to the Stadium of Light, into the Benfica boardroom to have a meeting with them, and we were shown around the Benfica campus. We were shown and met with all of their first team coaches, who are all 100% behind this. It's a big deal for Benfica as much as it is a big deal for us as a community football club. So it's a pathway for us. You see, Kelly, what we're saying is that our young players at 6, 7, 8-year-old, rather than have to go and say leave their friends and their family and maybe go and train and play with Nottingham Forest or Sheffield United or Leeds United or Mansfield, they can stay with us, because they've got the very, very, very best coaches, and they've got the opportunity to stay and develop their skills, that consistent style of play, and it's that unifying element that runs through our club. So we ensure that all teams from junior to first team, we adopt a cohesive and identifiable approach to the game based on the Benfica methodology. So it's impossible for it not to be a win-win for us. We've got the very best coaches from the top side in Europe coming to Eastwood, living amongst us, working with us 7 days a week, developing young players, developing good attitudes and good attributes. And it's also the fact that the community benefit, because the fact that you're speaking to me today about Eastwood Community Football Club means that, you have got your eyes on what we're doing. And I think nationally we've got a lot of eyes looking at what we're doing. We've got some lovely boards, advertising boards around our ground, identifying the Benfica technical partnership. And Benfica as a football club, they are identifying it. They're looking at it as saying, well, this is a first. So, it's positive change. It's great change for us. We're hopeful that this will work. We're desperate to try and create an environment where football is not just a sport, but it's a vehicle for personal growth and change. So, that's a long answer to your question.
No, do you know what? I'm just going to say, you are the perfect guest, Darryl, because all my questions you've answered rolling off, because you're full of excitement, but everything you're saying is wonderful and so interesting as well. I love the point that you made that from a very young age, this is going to enable the young footballers to stay and grow within the club. I'm a massive football fan, and often I watch documentaries on different players. And what you often see is that they start off the club that they love as a youngster, getting into the academy and where they live, and it's everything to them. And then it comes to this point where they get poached to, a big club like Manchester United or whatever, and they're taken away. And they're kind of, in today's world, swallowed up and spat back out again. And it really affects them. And I think people don't realise that, because everyone just goes, well, look at the money they're on when they're at Liverpool or Man U or whatever. But actually, for some of these young people, they've been through quite a lot. And it can be not always a positive experience to be away from your home, and also maybe the club that you started out with. So the fact that this offers this, and you've got that level of expertise with the coaching as well, I think that's wonderful. There'll be so many mums who'll be happy as well that they're not going to lose them.
Kelly, we've already had mums come to us and say this is fantastic, that the child can stay with us, develop with us. Because, when they go to Forest at, say, 8, 9 and 10-year-old, and I'm amazed at the ages that they go and play with the professional clubs, and then 2 years later they come back, and immediately there is a negativity, because this bright young individual who's got the whole world in front of them comes back unidentified, dare I say, as almost as a failure, someone who's not made it. And that's at 10 or 11-year-old. So, and we talk about mental health with young people. That must be a shocking indictment for football generally, that these kids, as you rightly say, are taken in and then spat out. We're not going to let that happen at Eastwood. They're going to be able to stay with their friends, going to be able to stay with their families, they're going to be able to play, they're going to be able to have the very best level of coaching. And of course there is an outlet for them, because Benfica will be monitoring our players, and with Brexit they're not going to be able to go and sign for Benfica until they're older, but they're being monitored and they will be watched. And if there's a gem, then potentially they can go over to the campus. They can go and spend a little bit of time with them. We're sending our next year's academy. They're going over for a week in October to live and be part of that dream, and so they can understand. And of course, all the Eastwood players now were wearing the Benfica Technical Partnership logo on the side of the shirt. So that's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely talking to you about this. This is fantastic news. It really is. And I love...
Well, thank you for your interest.
Oh, well, we're really interested. I mean, I love your passion behind it as well, the genuine kind of genuineness that comes from you when you're talking about this and how you want it to work, but how important it is to make sure that those players are looked after as well, which I think is so essential. It's fantastic. Will you keep us posted on how it all rolls out and how it goes?
We'll keep you posted, and you're always more than welcome to come down to Coronation Park in Eastwood, just off Chewton Street.
Oh, I'd love to.
You can come and watch any game, and as my guest, we would love to see you. And if there's anybody out there who's looking for a game of football to come and watch, we've got a lovely 4G pitch, and there's games going on all the time.
Oh, that would be great. That's very kind of you. I'd love that. Thank you so much, Darryl.
No, thank you, and thanks for your interest. I really do appreciate it.
Well, it's been great chatting to you. Keep in touch, and we'll get you back on as well in the future. Have a lovely Tuesday.
And the same to you. Take care now. Bye-bye.
What a wonderful man, and what a great, what a great idea. Just fantastic for the club. That's Daryl Claypole, who's the chairman of Eastwood Community Football Club. They're teaming up with top-flight Portuguese team Benfica in a technical agreement, thought to be the first of its kind as well in Western Europe. That's amazing, isn't it? 28 minutes past